you, sir, for your submission. Another Dr. Anmol ma'am, thank you, ma'am, for sharing your insights on open access. The impact of open access in medical journals, a needful necessity. Yes, indeed, it is needful. Another Dr. Ankur Kumar, sir, the power of open access transforming Ayurveda research and practice. Yes, we need it. In Ayurveda, how we are going to disseminate the knowledge of Ayurveda in world. Thank you, sir. Now we are moving forward with most viewed articles. A special acknowledgement to those who have submitted their articles and their articles got most viewed. First one is Dipti in Indian Journal of Forensic and Community Medicine. Thank you, ma'am, for your submission of article. Your article got most viewed. Another is Prabhat Agarwal in IP Indian Journal of Clinical and Experimental Dermatology. Your article has hold many like important content details so that other researchers has gained knowledge. Thank you for your submission. Another, Rupa Verma in IP Journal of Pediatrics and Nursing Science. Thank you for your article submission. Another is Samidha Thakur, Southeast Asian Journal of Health Professional. Safina in Indian Journal of Forensic and Community Medicine, another journal. Thank you, ma'am, for your submission. Swati Raj in IP Journal of Diagnostic Pathology and Oncology. Thank you, ma'am. Gayatri in Indian Journal of Microbiology and Research. Charan in Journal of Preventive Medicine and Holistic Health. Nimesh in IP Indian Journal of Neurosciences. Thank you, sir. Arun Bhimrao in IP Indian Journal of Library Science and Information Technology. Balram in IP Indian Journal of Library Science and Information Technology. Again. Christine in Indian Journal of Pathology and Oncology. IJPU. Thank you for your submission. Trisha Das in IP International Journal of Medical Microbiology and Tropical Disease. Moving forward, Shiva Kumar in IP Indian Journal of Library Science and Information Technology. Nitesh in IP Indian Journal of Library Science and Information Technology. Basically, IP Information Technology Journal holding maximum most viewed articles. Congratulations to this journal. Arushi, IP International Journal of Medical Pediatrics and Oncology. Shikha in IP International Journal of Medical Pediatrics and Oncology again. Amar in IP Indian Journal of Immunology and Respiratory Medicine. Ashmita in Indian Journal of Clinical Anatomy and Physiology. Mohammed Mohammed Sansui in Journal of Community Health Management. So now I would like to thank to all our prominent expertise having expertise in their specific field, to our speakers. Thank you for your presence here, for sharing your perspectives, your insights on open access. Ma'am, Sridhar Gautam sir, thank you, sir. We are very grateful and honored because you have shared the real challenges, how we can overcome these challenges, and what are the like policies we need to implement in future. Thank you, sir. We are very grateful. Next, we have Dr. Nikita ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing
Thank
your
you.
insights. Dr. Dhruvendra Pandey, sir, thank you, sir. You have shared your experience, perspective in your specific field, how it correlates with open access. Thank you, sir, for sharing your viewpoint. It is definitely going to add new perspective. Now, Dr. Madan, sir, thank you, Dr. Madan, sir. You have added new points. You have added true challenges being an author because you have published many articles, 356 articles. Thank you, sir, for sharing your perspective. Thank you, each and everyone.
Welcome, sir. There
Thank you.
are few questions into the question answer box. So I want you to take
Yes, ma'am.
Khushbu
Yes,
from
ma'am.
Dr. Gautam and Dhruvind, Madan sir,
Yeah.
everyone.
So, sir, let's move on with a few specific questions. So, first question is, uh, how to increase the citation? This question is for Dr. Madan, sir. So, would you please explain us, like, because you are having 2,000 citations, how to increase the citation, sir? Please.
Basically, to increase the
Yes,
citations, not all original articles will get cited more.
yes, sir.
Usually, the citations will rise only in the review articles and meta-analysis.
Um, hmm.
Because if you write something, everything is available in the form of literature. If you write something new which is not there, then the particular data will be cited. For that, you have to do a in-depth literature review. Second thing, we should ask people to write more and more in-depth review of the newer subject, not the older ones. The older ones are already available. For example, I have written one paper on during COVID. I have written a paper on neurological manifestations in COVID-19 sequelae. That paper has been cited more than 120 times in just a span of 3 months. So, if we write something new which is not there in the literature, it will get cited more. And the second point, to increase the citations, go ahead with open access journal. Even if it is an original article, go ahead with open access. Your research will be seen, viewed, and it will be cited if it is relevant to their article. So, two things only I can able to say. One is open access. Second one is let's go ahead with citing a new data in the form of review article or meta-analysis, because day by day literatures are adding into the scientific pool. So the meta-analysis which is done in 3 years back will become old now. The new data has been generated and the new things have to be come up. So always go ahead with the first level of evidence of meta-analysis or systematic reviews, which will give you a good viewpoint for your work to be team reviewed and it will be cited across. Hence, we will receive your citation. And the next one is proper propagation and propaganda of your research in the social media in the form of infographics or graphical abstract. Once you are, for example, if I have done a research, 1 plus 1 is equal to 3, if I have done a new research like that, then I have to draft a infographic or a graphical abstract to show how I have proved 1 plus 1 is equal to 3. So that will give you in a social media, because nowadays all the researchers, everyone are very much into social media and they are sharing each and every photographs. The same way, your graphical abstract and infographic will be also like a photograph, and it will be viewed and it will be seen by all the researchers and the scholars, and it will increase their citation. And if they really need the paper, a few researchers are there, they will pay the money and get for the open access. They'll read the paper and they'll cite. So this is also one of the powerful tool in this digital era, because social media plays a major valuable role in disseminating and propagating your research.
Yes, sir. So
Yeah.
basically, systematic review articles and meta-analysis articles, because these articles hold much more new data content and the writing style of research article. Yes, sir, and
Yes.
use of
Yes.
infographics.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, yeah. This will add to the citations, I mean, the H index of that individual. But as to add to the Madan's thing, if you see some platforms called Figshare, it says that get credit for everything of your research. So the data, the tables, the pictures, the graphs or the photographs, whatever it is content is there in your article, and because you are keeping the rights with you as an author, you have every right to deposit the same thing in different, these kind of platforms, where for each one you will get a DOI, a unique DOI, and can be cited. It can give a citation value for that. So your research will be more cited if you have this kind of a dissemination platforms if you use. Plus this, what Dr. Madan was saying, it's social media. Once your article is accepted, you can start socializing your article, have a discussion on that, maybe talking about your publication, it's like just publish and don't keep the first page itself, but you can keep it, but give a link to that and also encourage them to seek. If they want a full paper, you should leave your email there or ask him to send a direct message. You can do it if it is a non-open access. If it is a open access, there is no problem, but you need to widely circulate using your own social media vehicles, and Twitter would be the best. And now more than other things are also coming up. Thank you.
Yes, so there are many social platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, emails, Orchid. You can also mention in your Orchid ID as a signature in your email. You can show it as a DOI link. You can share your DOI link over there on Facebook. Definitely. Uh,
Yes.
Now, another question. Sir, there is quite interesting question. There is no end of that PubMed, Scoopus, and now Scoopus Q1. There is a question from an author like regarding that there is no end, because maybe that author wants to publish in Scoopus and PubMed. Maybe he's not getting the funding from the agencies to publish in Scoopus. He or she is having his or her own problem. So how we can overcome like from this is issue. So as the author said, there is no end. So, Scoopus, PubMed,
No, from panelist side
DOAJ.
also, the answer is there is no end only.
Yes,
There
sir.
is no
Because we
end.
don't have
Exactly.
There is.
end for this.
But
The problem
only
is our
suggestion which
policy
Dr.
makers,
Yeah. Madan, please carry on. Please carry on.
our policymakers and stakeholders have given certain criteria for India to follow. So all Indians, we are following the same. Even universities are fighting for their ranks to be shown up in list. The last one is focus on web of science. But as a researcher and a scholar, we are not worried about web of science or focus. Any indexing which is giving a good reputation is always good. It is not that Q1 journal, Q2 journal. It's okay. Q1, Q2 also give a good one. But already one speaker has told it is damn true that nature also have a lot of attractions. Not all high-end journals, Q1 journals are good and Q4 journals are bad. So there is no need of such discussion. Wherever the author is comfortable to publish their literature, let them go ahead.
So
One
there,
more thing.
yes, sir.
Actually,
just
Dr. Gautam sir, Dr.
yeah,
Gautam sir had mentioned in his advice that here they will be go through the DOAJ also, because 12,000 journals are non-APC's journals. But what happened is even NMC recognized DOAJ, but university level, lot of universities are not accepted that. So the policies are at a different stage, different policies they are actually accepting. So this is the problem sometimes. So you can go for the, I mean, search a lot. And yes, in every of my I mean, when I'm coming to you and interact with the open platform, I'm telling you, please go through website very consciously. Actually, publishers also have to follow the rules of principles of transparency. So if the journal is good, then they must show everything online, I mean on the website. So don't get confused on the words of anyone's. Just go through the website and find all the principles and guidelines there only. Follow those only. If there is anything I mean predatory or negative practices are there, then they definitely don't not share the principle of transparencies on the website. So don't be get into the trap of negative journals or predatory journals.
Yes, ma'am, definitely. There is
Yeah.
another question from an from
yeah.
author.
I just want to add one point
Yes, sir.
Yes,
that
sir.
for all of these discussions, that two things are very important for the research point of view. First thing, you have to be a keen observant, that you have to read multiple journals and multiple articles and what are new going on in your stream. That is first thing, that is very important. And second thing, you have to always be justified with your research. Like you do a good research, get a good data and present in a good form. No, not mal falsify that data. So that is very important for the research. And if you are justifying with your research, then definitely it will get a high impact and it will get more citations. So that's the things is very important as a researcher point of view.
So
Yes, sir.
another question is, what is the Q1 rating journal? What is the Q1 rating journal? There are journals Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5. So what is Q1 rating journal? This question is raised by
Actually,
an author.
yeah, this question is not falls into the
Ah,
today's
Yeah,
discussion.
yes,
but
Uh,
I can say it's like Q1 is top journal and Q4 is the link journal.
yes, yes, sir, yes.
But it is again Scopus has that kind of a thing, and most of the people would like to have a journals in Q1, and if your publication Q1 is you're on the top. So,
Actually,
but
there
yeah,
is a
it's like that.
Scopus own evaluation process, like DOAJ have their own evaluation process. So in the Scopus, when the site score continuously, consecutively years site score will be getting increased, then it will be shifted towards the highest quartile factors. So this is Q1. So this is again a big discussion point, and even we had previously, I mean, have our resources on our website and YouTube also about the this all quality factors. So you can go through that. We will share you the links for that. Gautam sir, one of the professor, Dr. Bhupendra sir, was appreciating you a lot about well said. Gautam sir, everyone have not got ICMR funding and other fund resources. So all the articles cannot be published in index journal. So thank you for you sir for your information to that. Yes,
So,
I guess there is all questions are now completed.
uh,
Uh,
so um, um, before concluding the session, before going to the end of this session, there is another question, very simple question. What is
yeah.
the future of open access and how we can get there? What is the future of open access? Because we have started from what is open access. In the middle, we are revolving around challenges and barriers, policies. At the end, I want to conclude the session with what is the future of open access?
See, the future is open. Future
Yeah.
is open. The future is open, and I am seeing that there will be more community-led initiatives supported by a service providers kind of thing. Because maybe, if I want to run a journal, I need some infrastructure. Probably that will be given provided by the service people. Like they're giving a work at office, like work from home kind of a work at office. We work kind of a where you go and work kind of thing. Maybe that kind may come, and it will be the community-led initiative. And the Diamond Open Access is the future, as I see. Uh, Going through the world developments, there is a capacity building things happening from the European side. Probably in the next month, they are going to launch a capacity building hub for Diamond Open Access. That kind, similarly, they would like to have in all other nations. And the UNESCO is already is into this, being a member state from India as being a member state of United Nations. We are bound to adopt to the open science principles, and we our research is going to be in open, maybe in the futures to come.
Yes, sir, definitely. So,
Dr. Madan, any closing remarks you want to share, Dr. Dhruven sir, Dr. Madan sir?
So, just I want to add for the future of the open access. So basically, there are some points that it will gives us a universal adaptation for our research. Then it will provides us a equitable knowledge sharing. That is the very important thing. So that's a future, and also it will gives us a interdisciplinary integration also. Just like we are here in the our panel, that there are multiple disciplinary there, and we are discussing about these things. So it will helpful for the interdisciplinary, and overall it will provide a good open ecosystem for our research, and that's a need of our. So basically, that open that Sridhar sir told that in future is also open for the open access. Yeah.
yes, sir. Dr. Madan sir?
Then
Yes, open access, we have to cultivate among all the researchers. As of now, for Indians, I can suggest we can go ahead with international collaborations. If we don't have research funds for submitting in open access, we can go ahead with international collaborations so that we can get a little bit of open access data. By this way, we can start initially and later we can wait for our policymakers or the stakeholders to change the Indians policy. Hence, I will always support open access, but with an international collaboration, which will help the author also to grow, as well as the scientific pool also to grow simultaneously. Author growing in sense, author will get good credits in the form of international collaboration, and they will get good citations over globe. And the scientific pool, yes, there will be multiple thoughts among various domains and regions of the world. So both will grow simultaneously. This is my perspective about open access in future. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your perspective. So it was definitely yes, sir. Sridhar Gautam sir, yes, sir.
I was just returning from a second global summit on Diamond Open Access. That's why I'm saying that the future will be of Diamond. First one was in Mexico, and I also attended that one. And also recently, last week, I was in Cape Town. We are all talking. UNESCO is there, Science Europe is there, and lot of other academies who are all for this have convened for discussion on Diamond Open Access, and there are going to be a more discussion about the United Nations level also at UNESCO when they report back maybe the next starting year. So that's how. And for the Indian initiative, we have a India archive kind of a preprint platform, and also we are also launching a Diamond Open Access platform, indiajol.org. Any societies who would like to host the journal, they are all welcome. And probably, as I said, like Diamond Open Access is going to be taking the lead. This I just wanted to say. Thank you.
Uh, Thank you, each and every one of you, Sridhar Gautam sir, Dr. Dhruvinder sir, Dr. Madan sir, Dr. Nikita ma'am, for sharing your expertise and insights, which have enriched our discussion, providing us with a deeper understanding of the open access. So, at the end, I want to I want to extend a heartfelt thank and gratitude to the Innovative Education and Scientific Research Foundation and Open Access and Indian Research and Review Organization IRRO for their exceptional support in organizing this event. Your commitment to the advancing education and research is truly commendable because it was totally visible in today's discussion. Thank you for your collaboration. And a special thank you goes to our sponsor, IP Innovative, whose generous contribution has played an important role in making this gathering a success. Your partnership is valuable and we look forward to continued collaboration in future also. Together we are fostering an environment of innovation and excellence in research that benefits all of us. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you for
thank
being
you.
part of today's discussion. We are very
Thank
grateful
you.
and
Thank
feeling
you, Ms.
Thank
Khushbu.
you.
Thank you.
deeply hearted.
Thank you. Thank you to all.
Thank you for the nice
Please stay
moderation.
tuned. Yeah, stay tuned for the next tomorrow program. So I would like to request all the participants and winners to be joined tomorrow's too. Please stay tuned. You must receive an email from our office, and this is a token of appreciation to our Khushbu. Thank you, Khushbu. You
Thank
did
you,
a
ma'am.
good job. Yeah. Thanks to be moderate the session today. Thank you. Have a great time. Thank you, Dr. Gautam. Bye, Vince. Thank you for
Thank you.
joining.
Bye.
Yes.
It's
Have
a
a
humble
great time.
request. It's a humble request to all the participants to please be continued tomorrow also at the same time, 4 to 5:30 in the evening.
Yeah, tomorrow also we have a eminent speakers with us having a great feast of knowledge about the unleashing the potential of open access in India. Thank you. Have a great time.
Thank you. Thank you.